Did anyone out there see a sign at the beginning of the transfer window, a sign outside Selhurst Park, reading out Crystal Palace best players on sale lineup? Did you see that sign out there? Did you see that? I tell you what, you didn't see it because it doesn't exist. It's not there. What a week. Welcome to Diego C. Palace. Please, if you're new, please subscribe and give it a like and share it. Trying to get to 700 subscribers. For those of you that already have, thank you very much. The love is much welcome. It kicks me up the backside to move on. But what a week. What a week this has been for a Palace fan. Real talk. I've had it up to here. I'm going to call that the following football fans and their clubs, because I've just had enough. We'll start with the Liverpool fans. At the moment, you've got an interest on Checo Decore. Last season, pre-season, and now he's had one game underneath his belt. At the moment, he's working alongside with Jefferson Lamar. We've got Hughesy to come back in. We've got Franco to get into the fold. We've got other options there as well. We've got work in progress there. Stop looking at our players. Liverpool fans, I plead you. Looking at our players is not going to solve your problems at your beloved Liverpool. You need to start looking upstairs. The people that are running your football club. Because at the moment, from the outside looking in, your Jurgen Klopp is working with his hands tied behind his back. I say no more. Actually, I will say more because I started so I'll finish. Your squad in depth, Liverpool fans, is so thin. A Rizla has more strength and can hold more strength within of the content. If you know, you know. Real talk. Stop looking at our players. I've had it up to here this week. Newcastle fans. I've got a lot of time for Geordie fans. I've worked with them many years. Got a lot of time for Geordie fans. I expect the only fans in the country that don't have time for them is the other lot. The ones at the Stadium of Light, Sunderland mob. But other than that, enjoy the moment. You're walking around like you own every manor in any city, on any heath. Enjoy it. But I tell you this much, I've got a hunch, I've got a feeling that your Eddie Howe is going to keep producing and producing results, not just for your club, not just for yourselves, Newcastle fans. But I tell you what, it's going to be other football clubs out there, and I guarantee you that the FA will want, and they will have, your Eddie Howe as their first team manager. It's going to happen. So look at that. Concentrate on that. But by all means, look at it. But Joachim Anderson, he's not going to you, not this transfer window, and he's not going to you in January. Believe me. All right. Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to put you both clubs on the same line. I'm going to do that on purpose because I know it will really tick off the Arsenal fans. It will really get up their hooter. And as for the Tottenham Hotspur fans, likewise. Arsenal fans, we got you on Monday. Instead of looking at our players and considering our players during this transfer window, what's left of it, concentrate on the Chuckle Brothers that are running your football club. And I'm telling you why. Because all those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions that you guys have forked out, I guarantee you this much, come Monday evening, Arteta, honestly, I will say this, Arteta doesn't know his first team up against us. I guarantee you this much, Roy, Ray, they know who's starting for them. You're going to get a match on Monday night. You watch and see. That it up to here. Clubs trying to poach our players. Who's next up? Manchester United fans. Oh my days. Oh my days, Manchester United fans. Looking at our squad, looking at our players, our best players, it's not going to solve the problem at your football club. You need to call out the Chuckle Brothers that are running your football club. When was the last time that you seriously were in contention of a Premier League title? I shouldn't have to tell you about your Premier League title history. You should know it. I, as an outsider looking in, I'm glad at this moment that your takeover hasn't gone through all the stages. Because the moment that it does, they're going to realise. I'll give you an example. At Selhurst Park, at Crystal Palace, we've got a young man, amazing prospect, number one goalkeeper now. His name is Sam Johnstone. How you guys let him go in the first place, I'll never know. So you guys, Manchester United fans, you need to call that out. You need to call out your own owners and stop looking at our players at Crystal Palace. Real talk. I've had enough. Who's up next? Chelsea. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days, Chelsea. Let me have a little sip of this because I'll tell you something. After this week, water is good for you. Trust me. Now, it's just I've had enough. I've had enough this week of players, of football clubs trying to poach our players. Now, I'm going to tell you two reasons why I believe Michael Olise did not end up at your beloved Chelsea. Chelsea fans, listen, please. First reason is I mentioned it on my previous upload. Timing is vital. It's vital for Michael Olise to make the jump from Crystal Palace to that next level whenever it is and wherever it is for his interest. But as selfish as this may sound, when he's going from there to there, it could be to your beloved Chelsea. But I tell you this much, what's more important than that jump from here to there is the interest of Crystal Palace. And today, majority holder, the chairman at Crystal Palace, and everyone, the team around that deal that had to be signed to renew the 4-year contract for Michael Olise, it got done, it got taken over the line. The second reason why I don't think Michael Olise landed at your football club, it's not because of what your club has achieved in the past. Of course not. My club haven't achieved that. It's because of one person. You've got a manager called Mauricio Pochettino in charge. He hasn't won a Premier League as a football coach, as a football manager. I don't believe for 1 second that Chelsea fans out there, no matter how thin they are, with blue in their blood, that they'll tolerate having Mauricio Pochettino in charge for the time that he was at Tottenham Hotspur in the event that he might win you or a Premier League or even get to a UCL final. I don't think the Chelsea fans will put up with that. I think you've got a good coach, good manager there. And you're going to go through the honeymoon period of the manager being in and working with what he's got available. But 10 games into the season, when you go to a game and you're going for a dip in form, it'll be interesting to see how your Chelsea players respond within themselves to their new manager. And if they really, really want to get the job done. Because I tell you something, as the season progresses, if your Chelsea is looking like you're going to end up the end of the season on there and thereabouts on the same points as Crystal Palace, or dare I say it, and I would just love it because of what I've had to go through this week. Believe me, if my Crystal Palace end up above Chelsea this season, I'm going to be handing out receipts at the end of the season. Real talk. And last of all, I'm going to have a pop hat with a capital P, Pep Guardiola. Man City fans out there. especially those Manchester City fans that have been going to Manchester City at Main Road from back in the day, from the mid-70s through the 80s, through the 90s, up to the moment day. Managers in those days, for your football club, never moaned. They just got on with it. They just went into work and just got on with it. Yes, you are treble winners, and within the last 48 hours, you've won another trophy. I'll tell you this much, Pep Guardiola, stop whining and moaning, because your first 11 is only a dream to other football clubs, not just in the Premier League, but around the world. Your bench can probably field and outplay, in respect to many of other Premier League clubs and other elite Liga club in La Liga or in Serie A. Real talk. And the bench players, they've got players around the fringes. Those players will walk into most Premier League clubs right now. So in fact, you've got 3 squads. So stop whining and moaning. Oh, we got to play an extra game. Do me one. You are Premier League winners. You are UCL winners and all the rest. Own it. Stop moaning. If you're the best, own it. Stop moaning. This is Diego C. Palace. And as started as half finish, there isn't a sign outside Selhurst Park at the moment saying best players from Crystal Palace on sale. If you think there isn't one. So look at your own clubs, look at what the problems are in your own clubs before you start looking at our players at Crystal Palace. Because I'll tell you this much, at Palace we got Parrish, we got Roy, we got Dougie Freeman, and I'm going to throw one in there. We got Paddy. One of the first team coaches is called Paddy. Big up to the Irish. Now if your crew's out on the street and they're up against another crew, and someone over there is called Paddy, no relations to Paddy Maguire from Shameless, real talk, you know what the outcome's going to be there. Thank you for watching. This is Diego C. Palace. I've just had it enough. Other clubs trying to poach our best players. I've had it. But if you've enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe. Diego C. Palace. We're trying to get the numbers up to 700. If you can, it'd be great. Have a wonderful evening. And Arsenal fans out there, on Monday evening, oh, you're going to get a game. Thank you for watching. Catch you up on the next one.